Welcome everyone, and today I want to show you how you can build a fantastic automation. I was doing a research and found out that about 80% of first-time donors to nonprofits don't give again. And the reasons are very, very clear. And some people, because they don't get a thank you message, they don't get any follow-up, people don't give again, they don't feel important. I want to help you solve that if you are a nonprofit. Maybe you are a church, or maybe you have a cause that you want people to be able to give to, but you're just not getting it. I want to be able to help you solve that with automations. See, let me show you here the process that we're going to go through for this. If you see here, this is an automation that will help you to solve the donation stewardship problem, wherein you are actually losing your donors because you're not doing certain things. So I will show you how to do 3 steps in this process. And before we go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, share this video with someone so that they can learn some things as well. And if you need help implementing this entire system, there will be a link in the description that you can use to fill out and get a free AI assessment so that we can build your own system for you. But what does this automation do? So let's say you have a website where your donors go to make a donation. What will happen is whenever your donor, like whenever this person gives a donation, basically we will have a trigger in your website that will trigger the sources, their information. It will get their information, and then we will integrate it into a CMS, which is basically storing the information that we need for that person, like their first name. We'll tag them as a new donor and stuff, and then we will send them a thank you email. So basically, right there and then, that person receives the thank you email, and basically, it makes them feel heard, that their gifts are appreciated and all of that. And then after that, we will schedule a thank you tax, call tax, to basically assign it to someone to be able to follow up with that person, to tell the person, hey, thank you for your donation. We just want to tell you how much we appreciate you. And then we will wait. After a few more days, we will send them an impact story of what their donation has done, because people love to know that they're making an impact in today's generation. By doing this, you can cut down your donation from 80% of people not giving, and dropping it down to about 40%. So that's like huge. So you're basically maybe from, let's say, 20%, add another 40%, that's 60% right there, and you're pretty much at a good place financially if you are a nonprofit. So I will show you how to build the first 3 steps of this automation, which is triggering the donation, integrating it, creating, and then basically sending them an email. Before we go ahead, let me show you how this works. So let's say this is your donation form. Somebody come here and basically give a $100 donation. Let's say this is a recurring amount. We'll fill in their first name. Their email is going to be phone number is optional, address, select their state. We're going to use a dummy payment here. Oops, my bad. It's supposed to be 424242424242. 1, 2, 3. We love your organization and what it does. Thank you for what you do, and the lives that are being impacted. So before we go ahead and submit this form, I'm going to go to our automation here, because this automation is going to be active. So it's going to be running all along, waiting for a data once we activate it. So I'm going to run it. So it's running right now, and it's waiting for any user to use this form. So I'll go back to our donation form and click submit. Boom. So that donation forms get submitted. Our user is thanked right here. And then when we go to our automation, we can see that it went ahead and collected the information and stored it in the database. And then it went ahead and sent an email. So did we get the email? First, let's see if the information was stored. Yes, the information was stored into our database. It was tagged a new donor. And then did we get the email? Well, let's see. I don't know if I use, yes, we did. So boom, voila. This is our email. Thank you for your gift, dear Benedict, your first gift to our organization. So basically, this nicely laid out email is sent to them right away, and they know that you care about them. By doing this, you're able to reduce your rate of first-time donors not returning. Now, let's go ahead and build this automation, okay? Let's go ahead and build this automation. I'll go back here to my scenario. I'm going to open a new scenario. As you know, in Genesis Flow, we do things from scratch here. So obviously, the first thing that we need is we need a webhook that's going to connect to our form, which we already do have. So we need a custom webhook. And I'm going to refresh this. Ooh, that's not going to work. Okay. So let me see what nonprofit webhook. That's what I gave this thing. So I don't know. So basically, I won't be able to use the same webhook, and I can't attach it to the form. But since I already showed you how this works, we're just going to create something here. I'm going to show you how you can make the automation. And then basically, I will run this so that you can see again how it works. But what we need is a webhook. We're going to use any webhook here. I don't know why that webhook is not showing up. Let me refresh here. It should show up. Let me save this and get out of here. Refresh. And let's go webhooks, custom webhooks. No, it's literally not showing. That's interesting. Okay, so we'll pick one. All right, we're going to pick this lead capture webhook. Let's say Genesis Flow. So we want to set up a webhook, and then basically the next thing that we want is we want to be able to, because when you have the webhook going, you're going to get some data out of the webhook. As you can see here, the data that we got from this automation is in a JSON format. So we need to be able to basically convert the address for that JSON. So we go to tools, not tools, but we want to look for JSON. And the model that we want is to transform to JSON. The object that we want is going to be the address, which we don't have for this one. So I'm going to say subject here. Let's just say for this. And then after we do that, we want to have a tools, which we will do is set variable. And this variable is going to be the address, let's say, and we're going to take that from the JSON string. And then we want a ChatGPT module that's going to basically create an email for not email, but extract the the address, because the address is going to be an object, and in that object we have, so it's the address is an object within an object, so it is a nested object, and we need to extract the other informations from in there. So we're going to use GPT to do that. You don't need to use the 4.1 system, just use the GPT 4.0. Leaves this here. All right, message, role, assistant, content, and we're going to say you are your goal is to extract and combine the address that you will receive. Here's the address. So what we'll do, we'll take the address and put it in there, and then we're going to save it. And then once we have that, then we want to go ahead and add the information to the Google Sheets, right? So that means you have to create your Google Sheets first, and I have that created already. New donor record, and then we will add the sheet. Table has content. Yes, we'll fill these out with the information from here: first name, last name, email. Remember, the information we're receiving is not the same as the nonprofit automation, but you get the point. So we're going to leave all of these here for now. And then what we will do is, once we have that, we're going to update the sheet, the Google Sheet. We want to update the row, and the row that we want to update, the sheet that we want to update is the same sheet. The reason we want to do this is so that we can tag the new user as a new donor. Sheet 1, we need the row number, and we're going to go to tag, and we'll say new donor. Okay, we'll save that. And then once we have their information, we want to go ahead and send them an email. So we'll use the Gmail send an email module, and we are going to send, the recipient is going to be from the email that we received. Subject is going to be new donor, donation from, and then the name of the person. The content is going to be in HTML. You're going to find this in the Notion document that I will attach to this video. And so what we want in here is their first name. So delete that, and you want their first name. Thank you for your donation. Everything else stays the same, and click save. That's it. This is the first part of the automation, and that's exactly what you see here. So because of the webhook, I couldn't connect the webhook to the existing form here, but that is what you see in here. So that's, as I showed you from the beginning, how the automation works. Once we fill out the form, once your donor fills out the form, it will get sent to the automation, and then the automation will send them the first email. Now, in the process here, the next step will be to schedule a task, a thank you call. So you will assign a task to someone in your organization, and then send them an impact story of what they did, what their donation did. People feel valued when they know, like, hey, my donation actually did this, and by doing this, your donations and your donors will increase from 40% all the way up to 80%, because you're going to have more people giving to your organization. So that's it for this automation. And if you want to know how to implement the rest of this task, if you have a nonprofit that you need to simplify and build an AI agent, a team of AI agent, go ahead and fill the assessment form, and we will be able to fix that for you. Until next time, this is all we have for you today. Have a good day.